They were family like our family. They wanted comfort, roof over their head. They wanted food on their table every day. That's what we wanted, right? That's what we lived for. This is a picture of your grandfather after he was shot down.
She was a strong woman, and she couldn't sit still if there was something that she could do to help.
Mrs. Grubb, what did you ask the Secretary General, and what kind of response did you get?
Let him know that there is a problem, that American prisoners of war should be a United Nations problem.
We've got to get together in order to do this. Guys are never going to do it for us.
About 3,000 wives and parents have organized a group called the National League of Families.
Mrs. Wilmer Grubb and her 4 sons came to tell their story. The North Vietnamese have released pictures of Major Grubb.
Prisoner of war and missing in action problem.
I know if I was a POW, I'd want my people trying to get me back.
She'd yell at Henry Kissinger in a heartbeat and the president.
The men aren't home. The men are not accounted for. Until that day comes, there's not going to be a man sitting in that office that isn't going to have the challenge of us with him every day.
I wonder if there's anyone that would know our father's story.
Mưu xấu ông người bô chứ cô ông giải phóng dân tộc mà ai dám mấy. Hạ lệnh cũng chẳng dám ai mà cầm xông vào Việt Nam cái cuộc sống tâm linh nó như vậy.
Who is this guy?
Why is he standing in front of Mom and Dad's gravestone?
Asked several people, put out threads of information.
Had no clue who this guy was.
The man in the photograph, we know who he is, and he's got a letter for you.
The reality of Grubb.
Our group shot the airplane of Grubb and captured him. If Grubb's relatives want to visit Vietnam, we will treat them well.
Of course we're gonna go.
Puts it all into human scale. Our imagination is infinite, and this is very human.
Boom, 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 boom.
Maybe we'll bring that to the table.
Well, they were saying it in English, and we're getting it wrong.
And I was kind of left, you know, your father was treated well. He did not die because of what we did or something like that. But he did die.
Súp đó là là súp Việt Nam, súp đó là North Nam.
Come to Hanoi, we're gonna knock on some doors, guys. When I stepped on my front door and said I've never been more ready for anything, I meant it.
Say hello to all the boys, and I'll be home just as soon as I can, sweetheart.